Do you want to stack more silver and gold? Well, here's my top 7 ways to stack more silver and gold starting today. Hey, Average Joe here. Just want to start off by saying I saw the video that Silver Dragons did about how to get your stack going if you don't have any money, etc., etc. This is not that. This is a more radical approach. It's how bad do you want it, and what are you willing to give up to get there? All right, let's get into it. So my first question to you would be, do you have a budget? If you don't have a budget, you absolutely need to have a budget. How do you know where your money goes without a budget? So get on a budget. That's step number one. There are several really good apps you can check out. I'm not going to recommend anything. Just find one and get on it. Then you'll be able to look at that and figure out, where am I pissing my money away? And that's really what we're talking about here. Where can you redirect money from waste to silver and gold? Or anything else you want to put it into, for that matter. Crypto, stocks, real estate, it really doesn't matter. Another thing we have to address is debt. If you have any consumer debt, credit card debt, that must be paid off immediately first with this money. But I'm getting ahead of myself. That would be in step number 6 ahead. Let's start with step number 1. So for me, my vice was coffee. My ritual was stop in the morning at Dunkin' Donuts, stop in the afternoon at Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' was getting rich, I was getting poor. So I cut all that out. Now I'm going to assume that you're not as addicted to coffee as I was. So I'm going to say, if you can save 3 coffees a week, that's $12. At the end of the year, and only figuring 50 weeks, that's $600. That's 20 ounces that you see in front of you right now, just from cutting 3 coffees a week. And I'm not even going to get into other vices like alcohol, tobacco, firearms, you name it. All right, so the next thing I moved on to was lunch, right? I was buying lunch every day at the coffee truck or at the deli or at the whatever, spending $15 a day on lunch. So if you can save by packing your lunch just $25 a week, I mean, that's a no-brainer. At the end of the year, $25 a week is 43 ounces of silver that you see right there in front of you. All right, so the next thing I moved on to was step 3, dinner out. My wife and I love to eat dinner out 2-3 times a week. We cut 1 dinner out per month, and that added up to 24 ounces at the end of the year. $60 a month, $720 a year equals 24 ounces in 1 year. Are you starting to see a pattern here? You see how easy this is? Not very much sacrifice and a great reward. But stick around, it gets a lot better at the end. Okay, so number 4 is going to be cable or phone bill, right? So I had cable and a phone bill. We cut them both. But if you just cut part of your cable and or your landline, you will save $120 a month easily without even a sweat. That's 48 ounces of silver in 1 year. And I'm sure that could be much, much more. Okay, number 5 is going to seem a little bit more radical. But what me and my wife did was we converted our standard ICE engines over to hybrid cars. Yeah, I know, hybrid cars. But we get 50 miles to the gallon plus. The cars still take gas, but we're saving a minimum of $70 a month each car. But I'm just going to say $70 a month, 1 car, if you change 1 car over. That's $840 a year. 28 ounces of silver. And technically you could double that. Those cars are very low maintenance, by the way, too. I have 270,000 on my car with original brakes. Oh, and they're super reliable and they last forever. All right, so number 6 may or may not apply to you. I mentioned earlier it was about debt, right? So if you're the average American, you have $8,700 in consumer debt at 25% per year. So assuming you use all the extra money to pay that off, the interest that you're going to be saving per year is going to net you $2,175. Again, it may or may not apply to you, but let's assume you're an average American. $2,175 a year is 72 ounces of silver. Take it for what it's worth. All right, so here's where it gets serious. Number 7. Number 7 is my favorite one because it can be as little as $100 a week or as much as you want it to be. And that is start a side hustle. Do something to earn an extra $100 a week. If you can earn an extra $100 a week, and dude, anybody can earn an extra $100 a week. If you can't, you need to figure it out. That's going to be $5,000 a year, assuming you take 2 weeks off a year. $5,000 a year is going to net you, are you ready for this? 166 ounces. Now, for every $100 a week that you can make, that's going to net you 166 ounces of silver. So do the math on that and get out there and get that money. All right, so let's review. Item number 1, get rid of a couple of vices. Item number 2, pack your lunch. Don't buy your lunch outside the house. Item number 3, cut one dinner a month. Item number 4, scrap the telephone and cable. Item number 5, trade in your gas motor on some hybrid cars. Item number 6, pay off your debt if you have it. And number 7, get a side hustle going and earn some money. So that's my top 7 ways you can start stacking more now. Hit me up in the comments, make suggestions, tell me I'm wrong. I can't wait to hear your feedback on this one. And remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a professional. These are just my opinions and my experiences. So get your own professional advice when it comes to investment decisions. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Okay, that's a wrap. Average Joe, out.